But when it comes to buying items, if you decide, like, let's say you got a bad spending habit, right? Let me show you a little something. Let's say you got a bad spending habit. And you like to buy Rubik's cubes, right? Well, one good way to buy Rubik's cube, if you can't, because some of them cost a little bit more. But let's say you really like solving these things, and you just like having something in your hand. Well, one thing you can do is just keep it easy. You know what? Buy maybe one nice one, and then if you still got the urge, just buy ones that are a lot that are within your wheelhouse, so you don't have to go around that. So here's what I'm talking about. So for example, I like to collect glass, right? I like to collect glass, but if you try to buy big glass, like a lot of big glass, man, it gets really expensive. Like I'm talking just for a really nice glass piece, it could cost you somewhere between $150. And then obviously if you really get a really nice piece and get you the $200 to $300. But let's say you don't have any, you know, and you just really fell in love with this one thing that you like to collect, or you just like having it around at your house because it gives you. Because some things are really emotional. Let's be honest. Some things they bring back memories. I mean, people think that sometimes it's always about money, but sometimes it's about the memory. That's why you hear like, even I can understand what people like with. It's funny because with belt buckles, boots, jewelry, chains. Sometimes it's easy to just say, "Oh, they're just wasting money," but sometimes it comes with a memory. Just like I have a bunch of cologne that comes with a memory every time I smell it. Sorry guys, when it comes to 2 layers done, when it comes to buying something, go the smaller route first. Story time. There was a time in my life that I was spending so much money collecting glass pieces, man, that eventually I actually turned into like somewhat of I wouldn't say an addict, but I definitely would say I turned into somebody who kept borrowing a ton of money to feed my love for my collections. I just had so many glass pieces and so many things that eventually it just overwhelmed me. And it's not that I was buying a lot of them. It's just that so many of them were so expensive. And so when you do that, you end up putting yourself kind of in a pickle. And so I did that many a times, and it took me almost a year to pay back everybody. I I know it sounds so crazy, man, but that's the problem when it comes to patience, man. And so, and here's something I've had to learn over time. Here's something I had to learn over time. Is when I really want something, like, so say I do, just for example, I want to collect these. These things, guys, can cost anywhere between 10. The most expensive one I've seen is like $70. And I wouldn't buy that one because, listen, one of these things are made of glass, so they can break. You don't want to buy something, like if it's one of a kind, I'm not going to use it. But I like to use my things. So if I buy it, I want to use it. And then I'll clean it myself. I don't like to collect things just to have them sit around. Like, they got to move, they got to groove. I don't like to just look at stuff. So what I'm thinking about is buying stuff like this. And so every time I, take a little smoke or something like that, a little water vape, there's a memory that comes with it. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's all. Just buy things that you can afford in smaller quantities. Does that make sense? If you can't afford the big bag of chips, but you really like that chip, and you find yourself, well, that's not a good example, actually. I just say, just find something you like nice, and then spend money on the smaller version of it till you can get to the bigger version of it. This is going to be a really big example, but for my guys and men who like to collect cars, or like to fix up cars, maybe start with a vehicle that doesn't require as much maintenance necessarily, and the parts aren't so expensive. If you're trying to fix up a 1979 Mustang, yeah, man, it's gonna cost you a lot of money to restore that thing. But maybe you just restore something that's like let's just say it's something like 10 years old, right? You just kind of want to restore it to where it looks really good. That's not gonna cost you nearly as much money versus, you got to fix up a 1979. That's all I'm saying. Save up a little bit of money. What you can do, save up a little money, go buy it from somebody who junked it. There's plenty of people online that just throw away cars. because they can't figure out how it works. So you get it at a cheap deal, fix it up yourself, restore it. Start there, because you kind of got to see if you even love it. That was one of my biggest problems when it comes to getting stuff, man. And that I always, let me finish what I'm saying, then I'll do this. I just always get ahead of myself, and I'm like, oh, I like this one thing, so I'm going to buy so much of it. Next thing you know, I'm sitting behind looking like a fool. If you like it, start small. Don't make a mistake like I did. You're going to owe a lot of people money. Peace.